Hello and welcome to your introduction to Camtasia. Camtasia is a screen recorder as well as a very powerful video editor. And this video is going to be just an overview, lay of the land. Don't be too scared. There is a learning curve with this, but this software is extremely powerful. And once you start using it, you'll see why it's like one of the top video editors out there. So what I want to do is show you where everything is, import some media, and show you how quickly you can start to play with it and edit your videos. All right, so on the left-hand side, you have your main navigator. We're going to go through all the things. Just to the right of that will be sort of the selections of each of those things. So if you select transitions, this area will show you all the transitions and so on. You have your viewer and the player controls underneath. And then here is where all the magic happens. Down here is your timeline, and you have tracks. So everything that you bring into your project will live on a track, and you can move through time in your project to make changes. The easiest way to see this at work is to get some media in here. So I want to show you, first of all, the library option up here. And in library, you can import all of your favorite things that you use between projects. Once you start making multiple videos, you'll find that you have backgrounds you like and sound effects you like. All of those can go into the library, and then you can access them from any project, which is really nice. So these are some of my favorite backgrounds. Actually, let's go ahead and import some. So you grab it, and I literally just drag it in here. So now I have, if I move this playhead, this is called the playhead, if I move it over this image, then you see it. But if I move the playhead anywhere before, this is earlier in time, or after, you notice that you don't see anything because all of my tracks are empty. So that's easy to fix. I can just click this object and drag it so that it lasts longer. Let's add something other than a background though. That would be a pretty boring video. So I have some video that I did with a green screen, so I can show you that. I'm just dragging it down. Let's add one more video, a short video. Let's add brachioradialis because, why not? So I'm just gonna drag that in, and we'll just worry about that a little bit later. Okay, so that is library. At the very top is the media bin for your current project. And what you'll notice is that before it was empty and now it has 3 items in it. So everything that's in this project will be here in your media bin. You can sort it in a variety of ways, which is important because you're gonna have a lot of stuff in the media bin. I love favorites. So you're going to find that there are things in Camtasia that you use all the time. Transitions you like, animations you like, and all you have to do is click a star at the top and it'll go into your favorites bin. So this allows me to access the things that I use the most all in one easy place. We looked at library already. Annotations. So annotations will allow you to add labels and text and lines and arrows. Here we've got shapes. This is a highlight and a blur section. So if there are things in your video you need to blur out or pixelate, it's really easy to do that. And these are little shapes that will come in as an animation. And these are keystroke callouts. So if you need to show various keystrokes. So let me go ahead and add a label so you can see how easy this is. So I'm just going to add this one. I'm going to add it right over the playhead so we can see it. And what you see now is over to the right, this is the modifier area. So everything that you've selected that is modifiable, you can modify it here. So in this particular case, we can obviously change, what the text says as well as the font, the size, the spacing, everything. And now you see all the different things that I can change. All right, next we have transitions. So you're basically just sticking transitions in between clips, and that will give you a very nice professional look. Look at all of these options. Camtasia has so many transitions. It's incredible. This is also demonstrating why if you use one a lot, you can click the little star here and it'll live in favorites. So it makes it very quick to find the things that you use. Behaviors will affect how text appears on the screen. It's just kind of a really easy way to animate. Speaking of animations, this area will animate everything: images, video, text, objects, you name it. Animations are great because they add life to your video. They make it very easy for you to point out what you want your students to be paying attention to, and things like that. Cursor effects will allow your viewers to follow your cursor if you're demonstrating how to do something and you want that cursor to be highlighted. That's really helpful. This is a voice narration, so you can basically have your video playing and do a voice over. Audio effects will allow you to change aspects of your audio recording. Common ones that I use are fade in and fade out. With music especially. Interactivity allows you to do quizzes and things, interactive things. That goes beyond the scope of this introductory video, but there's a lot there. And the things that don't fit on the sidebar will be under More. Gesture effects have to do with if you're demonstrating for a mobile device like pinch to zoom and things like that. Visual effects you will definitely want to check out. Everything from adding a frame, adding a border, colorizing. I'm going to show you one of these right now, remove a color. So this green screen effect, it's called a keyer or a chroma key effect. I'm going to drag that effect over onto the track that has the green screen in it. And you notice now on the right I have lots of options. The first thing you want to do is remove the color. So the easiest way to do this is to click the eyedropper. And now I'm dragging the dropper all over the screen and I pick the color that I want to remove. So click the color, I would say close to your head for the best effect. And boom, one click and the green is removed. Now it's not perfect and you can make some more changes here. So I can adjust the tolerance, how much green I'm gonna allow. So if I'm gonna drag that just a little bit, and now it's almost perfect. So you notice the little fringe around my hair disappeared. You can adjust how soft the effect is and the hue. So you can change the hue. Wow, that's kind of scary. And you get the idea. So you can make all of those fine-tuning adjustments. And it's just that easy. Okay, let's select the video and I want to actually resize and crop it. So if you just select it, and you'll notice up here this green arrow by default is selected. And that means that if I grab the corner, I resize myself, which I actually do want to do. So that's a little bit better. But I want to crop it as well because you'll notice you can see the edges of the green screen there and I don't need all of that. So this is the crop tool. So if I click that, the corners go blue, which you can't see because of my blue background. But I can grab all of these little rectangles and I can crop myself. So now I can put myself in the corner and I can start adding other elements to my video. So let's go ahead and move this video clip right there. And here's the playhead. So now what I want to be able to do is to talk about the brachioradialis muscle. And now with this video clip selected, I can crop and resize that. So let me do that really quick. And now we have me with a blue background and the brachioradialis video playing all at the same time. My best recommendation for you is to get some footage into Camtasia and start playing with it. That is your overview, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.